It's Miss Wexler from the Guidance Department, and I'm going to show you how to add recommenders using your Naviance account. Remember, your teachers and counselors do not have Common App accounts. So if you're using a Common App, you do not have to request them in the Common App. It works automatically with Naviance. That being said, you do have to go in to Naviance and add your recommenders. But before you do that, make sure you've talked to your teachers in person. This is very important. You don't just want to show up to their class while they're teaching. Maybe send them an email in advance and find out when they're available during the school day that works with your schedule, and then go ask in person if the teacher would please write you a letter of recommendation. Let them know that your resume will be available in Naviance, or if you printed a copy, you can give it to them at that time. Make sure you're giving all of your recommenders at least 2 weeks notice, if not 3, prior to deadlines. And remember, we're also closed over winter break. So if you have an early January deadline, it's probably best that you get your applications done before school is out for winter break so that your transcripts, letters of recommendation, and anything else that needs to get sent gets done. So, like I said in the beginning, we need to figure out how to add your recommenders so they can send your letters in Naviance. So on the colleges I'm applying to tab in Naviance, at the bottom, you're going to see a link for letters of recommendation. All you have to do is click it, and then you're going to click add a request. Now, I would suggest using the specific colleges I'm applying to list. That way you can see what letters are required. As you can see, Rutgers doesn't require any letters. So what I'm doing right now, I'm going to add some of my schools into colleges I'm applying to, because right now I only have Rutgers in there, and that's not very helpful because I need letters for other places. So I'm going to move them into colleges I'm applying to, and I'm going to make some decisions here. I'm applying to these schools via the Common App, except for Montclair, which is direct to the institution. And then I'm going to go ahead and look at all the application deadlines, and I'm going to make sure that I have the correct one for each school. Okay. All right. Now I'm just going to add the applications. Now this notifies teachers and counselors that there's something in the system, but you probably want to send an email. There's no automatic update, but when teachers and counselors log in, we will be able to see it, but we need to be prompted to log in. Okay, so in the example, Rutgers was the only school in our list at that point. That's because the other schools are going to be using Common App. It's very important that anything you put in Common App also matches what you have in Naviance. The two things have to match. It's as easy as opening up 2 browser tabs and making sure they're both in there. So right now we're going to look at your Common App. So these are the schools for this student that are in Naviance and are also in Common App. If you click on My Colleges and then you click on the university, you can see their deadlines, the requirements for recommendations. So up here, you will see that a counselor recommendation is required and that a teacher recommendation is required, and 2 optional ones will be accepted. So if you ask 3 teachers, only 2 will go through. And remember, Naviance and Common App are linked. You can use a recommendation for an other recommender if it's someone outside of the school, or if it's a coach, an employer, some other teacher that you never had in class, something like that.